Hello and welcome to Be Confused
I love that energy.
with
Welcome.
your anonymous hosts. I'm smiling. What do you want?
No, it didn't sound like you were smiling.
Well, I'm not the usual person who says that, so I was delivering it in my way.
Okay, I
You
respect
can
that.
deliver it for good old times if you'd like.
It's okay. It's okay. You
How
got
are
you got
you, how are you doing?
them well. So it's first week without a job. I said that I was gonna use this time to relax. I haven't, but it's
Interesting.
not to work. So I guess I am resting a little bit.
What are
I've been
you, wait, what are you not doing? How are you not relaxing? Like, what are you finding is not relaxing?
I think I'm relaxing. It's just I'm not resting because I've been
Oh,
playing a lot of video games. and
so you're distracting yourself, you think?
I'm distracting myself. And
Interesting.
but does that count as self-care?
I
Doesn't
think
feel
it does in moderation. If that's the only thing you do, I don't think so.
okay. That makes sense.
I also was talking to my boss, bro, we have meetings upon meetings, and
I'm gonna use the
it's
mic.
all about me. The meetings are all about me, like most of them. How
What
can
do
we
you
help
mean? Like,
you?
is it about you as in they talk about, or you talk a lot during the meeting? Like, what do you mean?
No, it's like she's like, okay, what do you think about this? Okay, so I think we should market you like this. I think we should do this. She's just like grow, girl, wherever you want to go. Yesterday we had a meeting to talk about an idea that I had, and it kind of turned into a different meeting. And she's like, listen, you're not going to be here for long. I know I see something in you, and I just want to be a part of it. I just want to be a part of your growth. Give me credit. And I was like, yeah, of course. She's like, you're building something. And I was like, girl, I don't know what the hell I got a brick and people are telling me I'm building something. And she's like, you're building something. You're doing something.
You are. Yeah.
Yeah, but I have a brick. What do you mean I'm
Yeah.
doing something? I have a brick. And people are
Well,
telling me
then,
I'm building something. I'm like, at this point, I want to throw the brick at them.
but having a brick is being onto something. You are doing that something.
Yeah.
It's just right now it's just a brick, but it is still something.
So we were talking about how I was feeling because she's like, how are you? And I was like, I'm tired. And it's crazy because I haven't been working. I had like 4 clients this week. And I haven't been meeting, so I've been intellectually working. So maybe that's where I'm tired, but I've been sewing. I've been trying to meditate sometimes. So I have been relaxing and I'm still tired. And she's like, have you thought that maybe you're burnt out? And I
Huh.
was like, what do you mean? And she's like, you finished school, you went into internship, you weren't getting paid, then you started working 40 hours. And she's listing all this shit that I've done. And I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm fucking burnt out. And I was
Is this
taking care of myself.
wow? So maybe I'm burnt out. Burned out.
Yes,
Is this what being burned out is?
I
Because I keep
think
hearing,
so.
I hear it a lot. But when I see it, it seems different in every person, and I don't know. But at the same time,
So how
I
are
never
you
felt like
experiencing it?
I don't know. Now that you're describing it, is that I can't even, I have all the time to do the things that I wanted to do when I was over there. And I complained that, oh man, I don't have any time to do all this. Now I have a lot of time to do those things. For example, like exercise, being able to cook more every day,
Mm-hmm.
uh, cleaning, organizing better because now I have time to do it. But now that I have the time, I don't even have the energy for that. So,
You're burnt out. Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
wow. Okay. I never thought, I mean, I
It's
always
like you
thought,
talk about it, right? But when do
yeah,
you actually notice it in your body? When do you actually notice it for yourself?
or in my body. I think in my shoulders and I don't know in my eyes. Right now, like all these this whole week, my eyes had felt so heavy, or like I feel I don't know, like very tired,
Isn't that weird?
yeah, like a foggy brain most of the
Yeah.
time.
And it's just everything that you've been feeling because you've been burnt out, right? Like we've been burnt out, but we kept pushing ourselves feeling this tired.
Yeah.
And I think it's, what do you think about quitting your job? How do you feel about that?
I was gonna say that. How are you now, like 3 or 4 weeks after your decision? I was gonna ask you, how do you feel now with your decision? I know last time we spoke, we shared that we felt kind of guilty at some level. We kind of like share that feeling, or was it that
I
mostly
had a
me?
little bit of guilt. Yeah. I'm
Okay.
like, oh my gosh, my
So
clients, like we definitely, yeah, shared that.
okay, and like from 0 to 10, look at me. I'm using the measurement things from I that I do in count. From like, how do you feel with that? Do you still feel guilty?
The
Do you feel
comp,
more guilty?
so I feel zero guilty right now in this moment. I
Okay.
feel like learning the amount of stuff that I've learned in the last like month since I've quit. That's exactly what I wanted. So I literally asked for a person of color, a specific
Oh, I was
gender,
gonna ask you. So
right?
your supervisor is she's African American, you say?
She's a mixed race person,
Okay.
but she is giving me exactly what I wanted. And so my confidence level, it's sitting at a like a good core 6 or 7 on the decision, but it feels like an 8 to me.
Your
It
confidence level
feels
on what? I'm sorry, like on on
on
yourself.
the choice that I made to choose myself and go and ask for what I want. And now I'm getting it and it's exhausting, but I'm here and I'm trying, like I'm saying, I'm exhausted by the meetings too. Because it's a lot of intellectual stuff that we're talking about. It's a lot of growing that I'm doing in the last 4 weeks. But this is exactly what I asked for. I didn't want to continue working in the system. I didn't want to continue working under a specific demographic. I wanted to work for somebody who has the same understanding of the struggles that I go through.
Yeah,
And so
and
I
and
feel
that
very
doesn't
confident.
and that doesn't use you just to meet a demographic.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I always saw that in movies, and I knew it was a real thing, but
That's an
to
anonymous quote from
yeah,
somebody. Somebody said somebody should be there for the demographic. That's crazy.
yeah.
Actually,
So,
since we're both not working there, how do you
no,
feel?
no.
Huh?
Like talk like sorry, no, I think I know what you were gonna ask, sorry, but what was the question?
Like, how comfortable are you feeling about sharing your experience?
Yeah, no, I don't
Okay.
think so. Yeah.
Okay, so
Because
I'll share my experience.
oh my God.
What?
Okay,
Listen,
go
that bridge
ahead.
is burned, and it's not because I didn't try to not burn it. I tried
Let's,
multiple times.
let's leave that for a special episode. Let's keep talking about it. Um,
Okay, back to burnout. So we're experiencing burnout. We're noticing it in our bodies. We're noticing that our mental fatigue is high. What else are you noticing now that you have time to just sit? That you're still not even sitting, right?
no, not even. Yeah.
That's crazy.
But I noticed that I had a level of, despite all the situations, I had a level of comfort there that is going to be hard to find again because I was able to finally get to interviews to like a position that it's something that I would love to do, but it's a lot of work and it's a lot of sacrifice too. And it's a sometimes I'm gonna have to be on call, um, at any time in the morning, like 2, 3, 4, 5 in the morning. Um, but it's something that I want to do. The only thing, and just what I've been thinking is, wow, this is something that I want to do, but there's no space for flexibility here in order for me for school. Is like this is going to be a lot harder than balancing the last job that I had with school and all my other responsibilities. So I've been thinking a lot about that, but I'm still glad that I made the decision to leave
Hmm.
because I didn't want to stay there just because I was comfortable. And I think, you know, yes, it's important to listen to yourself if you feel like you need something slower, like, or you don't want to like exploit yourself or get to a point that you're overwhelmed like we are right now. But I think this time of my life, I needed to choose something that pushed me a little harder to get out of that comfort zone. Because
Hmm.
if there's a time right now where, I could take a little bit of more responsibility or more stress or have a little bit of a tight schedule that would, that it would be a big sacrifice. I think right now is the moment to do it. Because I have the energy, but that doesn't mean that I'm gonna, take myself to what's it called? That what's the thing that we were saying earlier? We're
Burnout.
overworked, a burnout, not take myself to burnout. So yeah, that's what's been on my mind.
So, you know how I've said that you work like 110%?
Yeah, yeah, and I think that's a quality that I know that it has its negatives, but I think that's a good quality.
That is an amazing quality that you have that. And at the same time, it's crazy that you do 110%, 110% of the time. Because it is a good quality that you have. Of course it is. That's amazing. We need people who go above and beyond. But so I'm telling you this because I'm burnt out as well, right? And I was at 80%. I coolly operate at an 80%, and I was still burnt out.
You know what? I used to criticize my fiance because of that. And I was completely wrong, it's not about, yes, it's a job. Yes, you want to do a good job, but you shouldn't put yourself after that job. And
Never.
I do find myself doing that a lot. And it's because genuinely, if I work, so whenever I choose to work, I get behind its mission, and I consider myself part of the company, and like I want to see the company grow as well. So I give it 100%. But yeah, there's moments
So
that you need to be selfish. I don't know.
in my world, like in my energetic world, you've given 110% of yourself to this mission, to this vision, to this company, and they profited from it. And that's why you were there for so long.
I mean, yeah, they're not
And,
going to keep someone that doesn't do a good job.
well, they might.
But,
Um,
but you know what I mean?
uh,
That doesn't bring any results, at least the minimum.
yeah. So, but the thing is, now that you're at the end, it has turned into a financial thing. It's turned into a numbers thing, and it's not about an energy thing anymore. And so they got what they needed from you, and you're 110%. So they got 100% because that's what they're expecting when they're hiring you. And for every day, you gave an extra 10%. And now look at you.
No, but
Not that you're in a bad space. I think
no,
this
but
is a
I'm
wonderful
gonna,
space for growth.
yeah, but how I feel is not due to not me feeling appreciated. I think it's more of other situations that happened that made me realize that, I don't know, the company that I was working for, it was not in the same direction as when I started. And
Honey, you weren't appreciated. I'm sorry.
well, I felt that even though if
I
they
know you
didn't.
felt it because there was a lot of appreciation there, but from an outside perspective, if you would say that you were appreciated and what happened to you the way it did, with all parties knowing the information, that's fucked up. Nobody appreciates people like that. Nobody thinks you're an acid and you're going to allow that to happen.
I can see why, yeah, you say that.
But and I know that you were appreciated. Everybody appreciated you there. Of course you felt appreciated.
Yeah.
We knew you did 110%. That's why you were so tired and hungry.
But I also, yeah, I do stress eat a lot. But I, what was I gonna say?
So that's the thing. Imagine how many times you stress ate during a
But that,
meeting.
oh, that I remembered. So what I was gonna say is that I also have a lot. I also, yes, I did 110%, but I also have school. So maybe there were other areas in my life that I could have given less as well. Not necessarily it's all because
Do you feel like you were also giving 110% to school?
I feel well lately I've been giving it like a 70%, and it's been working. It's been working. Like for example, the other week I had a discussion that I had to submit. I did the math and it wouldn't hurt my grade that much, so I just said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna skip that." And so I've been, you know what? It's easier for me to do with school than with my job. I guess because with school, it's something, I'm paying for. It's something that, okay, like it's me, so I don't care. But when it's about other people and that me not giving my
Interesting.
100% is going to affect other people, it's harder for me to set boundaries.
And what does that mean? You literally just said, when it's me, I don't care. That's crazy.
Yeah, that is
And the
crazy.
thing is, I hate when you're like, "Oh, you need to sacrifice. You need to sacrifice." And then
Yeah, and you need to sacrifice,
I
but
see you
I do it too
sacrificing,
much.
and I'm like, "Girl, that's not for me. That is not for
But
me."
I mean, and I also agree that there's unhealthy ways to do it, like I do.
I think I do sacrifice in healthy ways. For me, I'm a sensitive person. I sacrifice too much sometimes. You don't have to hit it like that, you know?
You know?
Oh,
That
he's
may,
cooking chicken for reference.
yes,
Currently,
yes,
I'm just staring at his raw breasts on the
yeah,
on the
yeah,
countertop as
yeah.
he's slicing into them. Please do not cut yourself. Do you have an emergency contact?
We have. I've cut my fingers numerous times. I bought these new set of knives, and they're really, really
You
sharp.
know, I fucking cut my thumbnail off. I was like, damn,
Damn.
I was cutting an onion.
Wow.
Okay. So I feel like you do give a lot to school. I feel like you give a lot to like your personal relationships. Although I would like to talk about our friendship. Um, but
You
I do
don't
think
feel like
that
I give a lot there?
but I do think that you are exhausted. And so
Yeah, I
when I
put the
hear
energy where I put all my energy, all my me, and
you
and
put all of you out that you don't have to deal with you at all. That's what it seems like.
yeah.
You throw all of yourself out at people so you don't have to deal with yourself. Oh, interesting. What does that mean?
What?
You throw all of yourself out at other people by people pleasing
Uh-huh.
and feeling guilty and all of that, so you don't have to deal with yourself.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. It's easier to solve other people's issues.
Is it? You're the easiest person. You know exactly what you want and you can figure it out. That's what doesn't make
Yeah.
sense to me. That's why I always choose
I
myself.
don't know. Now it makes sense. The that phrase that you would hear that doctors make the worst patients.
Hmm.
I guess it applies to us too.
But
Therapists make the worst clients.
I had a therapist that said that she walks the walk. And so I like that.
She what?
She walks the walk. And so I like that because I feel like, yeah, I want to be healthy in this profession. We know that we have to model behavior, and that is exactly what we teach our clients. So we have to do it as well.
I guess.
On my
I
other
have my
screen,
therapy session today, actually. Well,
perfect. On my other screen, it says destroy the idea that repressing emotions is a sign of strength.
boom. Wow. I think that's a good place to end this podcast. Next time,
Yes.
you know what we should do? I don't feel like we've talked enough about mental health in a way like in like educating like what we do, what things we deal with, and our approaches, like what's DBT, what's CBT. I think that'll be, I don't know, I love to talk about those things.
I
Um,
don't.
Subscribers or people you know. Like it. Okay, well, let's leave it up to the audience. If you guys want to hear a little bit more about what we do, house counseling, how does it look like? How would it work? What models do we use or things like that?
Oh yeah, you guys can ask him
Subscribe,
because
comment.
I don't do all that. Like I'm just here for the vibes and I'm like, yeah, how can I help you, client? And they're like, I need this. And I was like, have you ever thought about this? And then something magical works. That's my therapeutic approach.
Yeah, yeah. You know
And
what?
guess
And
what?
honestly, I've kind of been doing that. And you know what happened? A client, the intensive that I'm seeing, that I'm part of the team that's seeing the client, requested to have more sessions with me.
Yay. That's cool. That means that you're
Yeah.
doing a good job, but you're following your gut, right? You're not thinking about theories and all this stuff.
Yeah, of course. No, I just one thing that I always have in mind is the MI model.
Oh, yeah, I
We
think
want
that's just a basic thing because I don't know what it is, but you said I do it.
okay. I'm so sorry. My fiance was talking to me.
Okay.
So, what do you say? ¿Vas para la iglesia? ¿Pero para qué? Ah, no, habían dicho. Te invitaron. AM until now. What time is it? Is it two, three?
That's insane.
And all of a sudden she says, "Oh, by the way, they invited me to church." Is it, oh, what a coincidence. So
What does
anyway,
that mean?
like, did she know? And all this time she was preparing to go to this activity. I'm kidding. I'm just messing with it.
Maybe it was her girly instincts.
Maybe, maybe.
Okay, so you said that you are using like your
¿Cómo?
intuition.
I'm using my what?
Intuition?
Yeah, I'm using my gut. And oh, I was finally able to challenge a client. Um,
Ooh.
something that I've been terrified of because something that I hate
Yeah, I don't like it either.
is oh, I lost the line. What I hate the most is confrontation. And when I'm challenging someone, you're kind of, yeah, you're doing that. You're not agreeing with someone, and not agreeing with someone for me is always scary. I always
Mm-hmm.
want, that need for people to like me and stuff like that. It's really strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I think
anyway,
it's fun doing this job.
it is. We can talk more about that in the next episode.
Okay. Bye. Like, subscribe, email, comment, all
Ooh,
that
give me
stuff. Bye.